Well, when you want to know what's going on, you go directly to the source. Midweek, we check in with Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Schreibeis, and we let him tell you what's just happened and what's going to happen. He's the man in the know, and here he is right here. Mr. Schreibeis.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here again.
All right, how you doing?
Things are going well. We're rolling with the new school year, so we like I said previously, like it or not, here it is. And for some people, they were really excited for the school year, and some people were dreading it a lot. And so everyone's in different spots, that's for sure.
How you dealing with the heat in the classrooms here? It's unseasonably warm for school hours.
Yeah, it's usually warm around this time. A lot of times it's been hotter, but some of the changes that have been made over the years, it has been a little bit better. But some classrooms are still, pretty warm, and so it's always nice to get into the more fall weather. Makes it for a little bit more enjoyable in the classroom and a little bit better learning environment. But it's unfortunately been worse than it is now, but it is always difficult for especially some of our teachers, especially in the buildings that we can't really control the temperature in each room, so that makes it tough for sure.
Well, it's fun to see all of the activities off and running, the cross country, golf, football, volleyball. They're all getting ready, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Whale of a game last week. 2-point affair against the BC Rams, and on the bus against the dreaded Cowboys coming up, right?
Yeah, that's right. On Friday. Yeah, we got lots going on. I mean, just like you said, all those sports are going. They're all heading places or competing, and I think that's what we really want to see. Extracurriculars is something that we take a lot of pride in with what we do in trying to get kids involved, and we have pretty good numbers when it comes to our kids being involved. Our students here are great. They do a really good job, and we're really glad that all the people who are out for the different extracurriculars are out and being involved, because that's what it's all about. Some students, they really need that. Because that's why they come to school. Some people come to school because they want to learn, and some people come because of the other things. And regardless of why they're here, our job is to help prepare them for the next step once they get out of high school. So it's really nice seeing everything going again.
And how's this 4-day school week working for you?
Yeah, well, that's going to be based off of who you're talking to for sure. But as a district, we feel like it's going really, really well. It's been a transition. There are different pieces, but there's a lot of positives that go along with it, especially the model that we have, and we are hoping to show the results of this. With any kind of change, you never know until, like, when you look at research, it's usually like 3 to 5 years before you know if the change is actually successful or not, which is kind of a hard thing to go down, when you look at that, but it is kind of where that's at. And so far, the preliminary stuff that we're seeing is it's going pretty well, and we are continuing to improve little things here and there for it. But I think overall, there's a lot of people who are happy with it. I know there's at times that there are people who are not happy with it. I don't think you're ever going to get 100% of people. Some people would never want to go back to a 5-day. Some people are like, well, maybe this was a little bit better in a 5-day. There's positives and negatives no matter what model you go with. But the biggest thing is, what are the effects that it's having on our students, and that's something that we are looking at when we look at our data and things. And so we keep putting things in place to try to make sure that we are, we're where we need to be.
Well, it allows people to have that sports travel day a lot of times, and it gives you some flexibility where snow's coming and that kind of thing. I mean, you can opt to go any Friday you want, right?
Correct. Yeah, we can change the calendar if need be. There's a little process with that, but yeah, we can do that if need be. But at the end of the day, it's always hard to change things, and so we try to keep as consistent as we can with the calendar that we have in place. but it is something that gives us a little bit more flexibility for sure.
All right. Well, anything you want to add here before we close up the hump day?
Yeah.
Call to the zoo?
Yeah, so there's no school this Friday, and I know that's typical, but Friday school actually starts on September 8th, so the next Friday. So students get their grades up, so they don't have to be there on our Friday school stuff. But there's also no school on Monday, so this is a 4-day week for not only our students but also for our staff as well. And the start of the year is always a tough one, so this weekend is always a nice little reprieve. A little break before we get back into the swing of some routines and things that we have in school. So lots going on, and get out and support our students and all their extracurricular activities.
Well, thanks for sharing a bit, Mr. Schreibites. Keep on keeping on.